Most of the stuff you worry about never happens. When you work for someone else, you have the right only to labor, not to the fruits of your labor. At some point, you will realize no one else has a say in your life, unless you let them. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. You are not behind, you are just on your own path. You wouldn't have learned to ride a bike if someone you trusted didn't let you go. Just like nature, we all need to go through different phases of change in order to bloom. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. You will only learn, improve, and figure it out by doing. The truth is that you owe nothing to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present self. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Stop comparing yourself with those who started 10 years before you. Focus on your own journey. Stop for a moment and celebrate how far you've come. Like the moon, we have to go through phases of emptiness to feel full. You'll never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You'll always be criticized by someone doing less. The best thing you can ever do is to believe in yourself. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Letting go is much easier than you think. Holding on is much tougher than you think. Being kind to yourself is the best medicine. If you like what you do, it will never feel like work. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Just because something is hard to obtain, doesn't mean that it's valuable. When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is. A person becomes 10 times more attractive not by their looks, but by their act of kindness, love, respect, honesty, and loyalty they show. Those who judge will never understand, and those who understand will never judge. Just forget date and time. Every morning is your new year and new beginning, so celebrate your every day as your new beginning. Begin each day with optimism and end each day with forgiveness. Happiness in life begins and ends within your heart. Be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten. Life is not about becoming attached to things, places, or possessions. Instead, life is about finding unity with oneself and all that you are. Never be so kind you forget to be clever, and never be so clever you forget to be kind. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. A focused mind is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. A calm sea will not make you a skilled sailor. Life is a circle of happiness, sadness, hard times, and good times. If you are going through hard times, have faith that good times are on the way. A disciplined mind brings happiness. Never give up. You don't know how close you may already be. Anything that you start to take a relaxed attitude towards stop controlling you. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. You have to take chances sometimes, and although it can be scary and outside your comfort zone, you'll never know what could have been unless you go for it. I don't do great things. I do small things with great love. Words that do not give the light of Christ increase the darkness. Sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. You are willing to pay those payments with pain, because pain is just a message when you are fixing something that's sufficient in your life. No matter how many goals you have achieved, you must set your sights on a higher one. The openness of our hearts and minds can be measured by how wide we draw the circle of what we call family. If I look at the mass, I will never act. If I look at the one, I will. Any country that accepts abortion is not teaching its people to love, but to use violence to get what they want. You are not responsible for anyone's distorted perception of you. Stand firm in your own light and truth. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. If you set your goals ridiculously high, and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Life is inherently risky. There is only one big risk you should avoid at all costs, and that is the risk of doing nothing. Luck comes to those who work hard. Good things do not come to those who wait. No excuses, because excuses don't solve your problems. People will walk in and out of your life, and those you least expect will become past remembrances of a temporary time you once thought was permanent. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Never share your problems with friends before finding a solution, no matter how challenging it is. Sometimes, the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. If you want to become something, achieve something in life, then always listen to your heart. If you find yourself repeatedly questioning whether or not something is right for you, the answer is usually no. There are no real mistakes in life if you take every experience as an opportunity to learn. If money and material things make you believe you are better than others, you are the poorest person on earth. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. Suffer the pain of discipline, or suffer the pain of regret. Choice is yours. Our suffering is caused by holding on to how things might have been, should have been, could have been. The most valuable things in life compound over a long period of time. When you believe deeply in your dreams, you'll find the strength to bring them to life. Every missed opportunity is a chance lost, but every risk-taking is a potential breakthrough. You may not remember what someone did, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. If you can dream about it, it's within your reach. Your determination will make it real. Be careful who you build with, because people will use you for the foundation, and finish the structure with somebody else. Be impatient with actions, but patient with results. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Time is your most valuable resource. There are no refunds or second chances for the time you waste. Learn from what people do, not from what they tell you. Nothing is complicated. Not as much as you assume. It's just your mind playing tricks with you. If you get down to it, it's all really simple and clear. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. When talking to people, look them in the eye and on the face. This will make you more confident in front of others. Be careful who you share your weaknesses with. Some people can't wait for the opportunity to use them against you. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Learn to say no and understand your rights. Owning your truth can be hard, but not nearly as hard as spending your life running away from it. Success is a loner's journey. You must learn to accept loss and make compromises. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. The rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. There will always be someone who is better than you in something, and you have to accept that fact and learn from them. That's something that will help you grow. The fear you don't confront becomes your limit. Life is a one-time offer, use it well. The way you talk to yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Sometimes their behavior is your answer. When you compare the sorrows of real life to the pleasures of the imaginary one, you will never want to live again, only to dream forever. The unhappiest people in this world are those who care the most about what other people think. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. Most people spend more time and energy going around problems than in trying to solve them. Sometimes the greatest reward isn't reaching the finish line, but the strength you gain along the way. Reach your goal before goal kicks you. Speaking only makes you repeat what you already know, but if you listen, you may learn something new. Ignoring red flags, because you want to see the good in people, will cost you later. If life wasn't hard, you would never grow. We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do. Find something you love, something you can lean on to, something that would keep you going. You need something to fall back on when you get depressed. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Believe and act as if it were impossible to fail. You should never sacrifice what you could be for what you are. Smiling novices, I can hear the music of your laughter of joy. Learn, my children, to be holy, for true holiness consists of doing God's work with a smile. One of the greatest diseases is to be nobody to anybody. We have to possess before we can give. Don't overshare. Sometimes the best way to maintain peace is to keep certain things to yourself. In the end, every loyal person gets hurt. A lot of things broke your heart but fix your vision. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Live life the way you want to live it, because even people who care for you can't be with you every step of the way. Your true friends become apparent when you're at your lowest. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. You will find that they haven't half the strength you think they have.